Well, kia ora whānau. Hello. Firstly, I need to apologise because I don't know. I don't think anyone's desperately addicted to this podcast, but I have been absent. So I wasn't around on Friday and I had a cold, I had a flu, and my voice was always still a bit funny, you see, but I was a bit like, and I thought, oh, do you know what? I just can't be fucked, actually. So sorry about that. I missed Friday. Don't like letting people down, and I have been dreadfully consistent with this podcast, but I was just a bit too sick and I was sneezing and snotty, and I thought, oh, I don't think anyone cares, and I kind of didn't have enough energy to talk, which is a pretty unusual situation, let me tell you. I was also whizzing away, so I was sick on Friday, but I was very happy. I filled myself up with all the goodness. I had lots of homeopathy. I love a bit of homeopathy. I had lots of vitamin C, lots of zinc, all the good stuff, because I was away to a very special wānanga up in Whakatane that a beautiful friend of mine was running. And I went up there and had the most amazing weekend, just immersed. Oh my God, it was like amazing. It was quite amazing. I'm a little bit discombobulated this week because I'm a bit like, whoa, what happened? So I had the most amazing time. A group of friends, we went to this beautiful wānanga or workshop at the Wairaka Marae up there, and was incredible. It was incredible. We were opened with, welcomed. We were opened. There we go. We were welcomed with open arms and then just opened up. Oh, God, it was beautiful. Beautiful people, beautiful, it was bloody amazing. And we went to all these beautiful sacred sites, all these natural native sites. Oh my God, just beautiful spaces. And we learnt a lot about the history of Whakatane. And I'm not really a history person, but I do like to understand. I love that there's a beautiful monk by the name of Thich Nhat Hanh, and my favourite quote of his is that understanding is love's other name. And I think when we understand other people, or we understand ourselves, or anything we understand, we can love more. And I love Whakatane more than I've ever have. I've always known it was beautiful. I had no idea the significance of the spaces, and we went to a waterfall, we watched the sun come up. It was just incredible. I went into this fucking amazing cave where I've never felt energy in my life like I felt in this cave. So anyway, that was my weekend. It was amazing. And I still got a little bit of a cold, but I am just so refreshed from this incredible space. And then I opened my planner this morning and I'm like, oh, okay, you know when you've been away and then I feel like I'm a bit behind, because usually, I don't know about you, but in the weekend I catch up. You sort of like, right, do the washing, do some organising, get ahead, have some fun. Well, I had lots of fun, but I haven't done any jobs, and I've come home with a bag full of washing, and then I'm like, boom, and it's Monday and here we are. But I love that my planner this morning, I opened up my meeting and it says, your ability to be at your best is often a result of the people you spend time with. That is so perfect for me right now. And the ability to be at your best, definitely a result of the people you spend time with. I just spent the weekend with some fucking incredible people that I feel so lucky to have in my life. Oh, it's so nice. When you've got, I think I said about 12 times over the weekend, oh my God, we're so lucky. Oh my God, we're so lucky. So lucky to have each other. So lucky to be invited. So lucky to be doing, to be amazed, to be invited to attend such an amazing event, and so honoured to be part of it. It was really beautiful. And I think spending time with people, the good ones make you better, right? And the ones that weigh you down make you worse. And it's so important. So I feel very full because I had this weekend, which is lovely. So now I go into my week going, oh, I feel all puffed up. I feel puffed up and I feel puffy and full, a bit full and puffy, which is lovely. And I've got actually a quiet week. Well, not really a quiet week. I've got lots of meetings because it's a very busy trying to get organised for about August, September is a very hectic time in my speaking calendar, and there's loads of conferences, and so got lots and lots of meetings at the moment talking to people about how I can help. And because I don't just people don't generally just, sometimes people just send an email and go, we're having a thing and can you talk, and boom, right, okay, that's easy, that's lovely. But most of the time it's a conversation about, this is what we're doing, this is the event, this is what we need, this is what we're looking for, how can you help, this is what we'd like. And it's kind of a bit of a co-created kind of thingy where we get to go, oh, well, maybe I could do that, maybe I could do that, and tell me about the people and who's in the room. And I love designing things for specific, so that takes time. So I've got lots of meetings with people about events, which is that's a blessing, isn't it? I've got a funeral for a very important woman in my life on Tuesday, a beautiful, beautiful woman who was one of my first teachers. She actually introduced me to Louise Hay when I was 18. So how old am I now? That was a very long time ago. And yeah, and she introduced me to kinesiology, healing, crystals, taught me how to use my first pendulum, just shit that I'll never forget. And she was so significant, and was kind of a constant teacher for me for a good 10 years and really set me up on a path, and just so incredibly grateful for her and her life and what she taught me. So I'm going to go and honour her and farewell her on Tuesday. So that'll be big. And then I've got a lovely friend coming for dinner. Actually, Tuesday's the day of honouring because I want to honour my friend. One, because he's done some amazing stuff that I want to just say, wow, you're amazing. Because, people do amazing stuff. And I think you got to be acknowledged for that shit. But I do need to sit down and do a little bit of planning because I've got a whole lot of stuff to do. I've just found out last week that my son has qualified and been selected for the New Zealand Taekwondo team, which is bloody exciting. So I've got a lot of travel planning to do because I get to attend the World Champs in Croatia later in the year. So there's lots of planning to do. And of course, when you're working with a team, there's, team shit. So as in organising large groups of people, and you've got to fill in forms. Oh, I'm not good at that. And you've got to reply to emails, and you've got to meet deadlines, and you've got to dot I's and cross T's, and I'll have to have my pencil very sharp. So I've got to get very organised for that. I've got to go back to the bloody optician because my glasses are blurry. I don't think it's the glasses. I think my eyes are blurry. So anyway, that'll be a new set of glasses. Got to sort that out. So it's a busy old week, but nothing very huge. And I quite like that because I often have, last week I had an amazing big week, and I was in Taranaki and spoke to an amazing group of people, and I designed a whole big session for them, and that took a lot of effort and time, and it was really great, and they were such great people. And I love designing shit like that. But I haven't got any design work to do this week, just lots of planning. So I am very busy in my planning and admin. So wish me luck. I need lots of breaks because I'm not very good at the planning and the admin. So I will be taking breaks, and I will be sticking with one of my biggest takeaways from this weekend has been the connection with nature and sacred spaces, and especially with water. And I love being around water, and water's so cleansing, right? And I think connecting to bodies of water, and we got to do that this weekend, and I've made a little vow to myself that I'm going to do more connecting with sacred spaces. So I will be spending some time around some water, because that makes me happy. And I haven't been doing it as much, and I think it improves our energy. In fact, I know it does. And sometimes, you think, oh, I'll get up and I'll go for a walk at the beach, and then you think, oh, I can't be bothered. But the beach for me is about a 12-minute drive. Now, 12 minutes is not a big deal, but sometimes you go, I just only have 1 hour. If I drive 12 minutes here, 12 minutes back, So you think, I'll just go for a walk around the bloody old street, and boring, look at people's letterboxes. Well, that's boring, isn't it? And I don't get the energy of nature. So I've had a lot of energy of nature, and I got up and did 2 sunrises, 2 mornings in a row, very early starts. Oh my God, it was amazing. Up and out the door, 6 a.m. Push. It was lovely. And thank God for a bit of daylight saving, because we've got an extra hour of sleep. So that was very kind of God to give me that this weekend. I needed that. So there you go. The people and the places you spend time in, my God, they're important. Where are you going to spend time with? Who are you going to spend time with? Who are the people that have the ability to help you be at your best? Who are those people? Write down 3 of them, or go find 3 people that help you to be at your best. I reckon that's a pretty big deal. And then find a place that when you are there, you feel amazing, you feel great. Where is that place? Is it under a tree? Is it on a beach? Is it beside a river? Where is that place? And go there. And think about what you like. I remember once I did an exercise around, if you were a body water, what would you be? Would you be are you a calm lake? No, I'm not. I'm a very busy river, just saying. Are you I'm not a dangerous sea. I'm not the ocean. I don't think I'm the ocean. I feel like, because I've got a constantness in a babbling kind of busyness, that I think I'm just a river, a busy, windy river. But what are you? What would you be if you were a body of water? And if you are a river, you should go to a river. If you are the sea, go to the sea. If you are a lake, go to the lake. Find some water that you connect with, because I learned a lot about the power of water this week. And yeah, that's me. So have a watery and wonderful week. And I promise I'll be here on Friday. I will not have a cold. I will be a picture of health by Friday. And I look forward to talking to you then. Mwah.